Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, back with a video. So a question that one of y'all snapped me, because I was telling y'all that I was running out of ideas real quick for VEDA, is how I stay productive and what do I do? And I thought, oh man, that's a really good question. I can make a video about that for sure. So there's a few things that I do to stay productive. And over the last year and a half or so, I've really gotten, I feel, better at being more productive. And a lot of it has been just about incremental discipline and incorporating scheduling and discipline into my day-to-day life and grind. So the first thing I did was start an accountability group with my friends, and you saw them in VEDA Day 1. We have this group and we meet once a month, and I think it's actually been a year. Oh wow, yeah, it's been a complete year since we've been doing this. And so what we do each month when we meet is we set what our goals for that month are. It's usually around 3 to 4 goals. You know, when we come back in next month, we check in to see how those goals went. Do we need to continue and stay on top of it and add it to the next month? Well, what hindered you? Was it a financial hindrance, or was it, well, you just need to wait, or things like that? You know, life happens, but basically we end up being the trial and the jury for each other of like, well, why didn't you accomplish that? I mean, what really held you back? And a lot of times it is about just admitting that you're being lazy. And I think that's what's good about having the accountability group, is that it provides that much quantifiable lack of action that you may have when you're trying to better yourself. So that's one thing to do. Starting an accountability group is a good thing. And I would recommend maybe meeting once a month, or if it's a group, but if it's maybe just you and one other person, meet once a week. And it doesn't have to be meeting in person. It could be like video chatting or something like that once a week to check in on what goals you've set for yourself for the month. So that's like the big overarching thing. Accountability group. It's a great way to help you stay productive in your own personal goals, aside from what you do full-time or in conjunction to what you do full-time. A lot of my goals are actually about getting better at my full-time job, making sure that I always bring value to the company that I work for. On the technological front, there are 2 apps that I tend to use generally to help with my productivity. One of them is called Cold Turkey. It's an app for your computer. And essentially what it does is it blocks distractions off of your computer. I learned about this app from Thomas Frank, and yeah, I have a work distractions blocker that I usually set for 8 hours. I mostly have Cold Turkey to block Facebook and Tumblr. Those are the 2 sites that really eat up a lot of my day. I will spend so much time on those 2 applications. And honestly, high-key, I hate Facebook because it's just become so negative, and the bombardment, and you just have a low-grade anxiety for most of the day that just isn't necessary, you know? And the thing about doing that too, I think, is that once you do that for a couple days, and you know, the cold turkey lifts and you can go on those sites again, you'll realize how much you aren't missing. So now I don't even really need cold turkey that much anymore, which is really cool. The second app I use is Forest. It's an app that I actually learned from Shameless Maya, where it basically allows you to be more present, you know, and just not be on your phone all the time. And you set it up and set a timer, and it starts growing a little tree. And if you hit the timer amount that you set for yourself, your tree is alive, and you start to literally grow a forest. It's really cute. It's really, you know, it's a nice little gimmick, and it's great. And so those are like the 2 major apps that I use to be productive. Finally, the other thing I do is built into my work schedule, which this might be harder for you to do if you work in an actual office. I work from home, as you can see, so for me, I can have this sort of flexibility in my work day, but I find that I'll set a timer using my Alexa I'll set a timer for about an hour and work and grind for an hour. And then once the timer goes off, I'll take a 15-minute break. And usually that 15-minute break, I just go for a walk around my neighborhood. I do that walk, come back, I feel refreshed, and I just set a timer again for an hour and start grinding again. Like, that has really helped me stay productive consistently throughout the week. Now, all of these things, you know, you can do in conjunction with themselves, and they'll help. But I will say that burnout is a thing, you know. I've noticed that when I do my hour timers and 15-minute walks combined with, you know, cutting out social media and all of these other things, yeah, I get a lot done, but usually by the end of the week, I'm pretty burnt out because I've been so consistently productive and focused that it like hurts a little bit. And so I would really also stress finding balance. For the people with periods that are watching this video too, keeping in mind that just in general, because of your natural hormone cycle, you are going to be more productive at certain times of the month, depending on where you are hormonally. I find for me that usually the week or so after my period, I am extremely productive. I have an obscene amount of energy, and I don't really need much sleep, and I can get a lot of stuff done. And then right after my fertile window ends, there's a downswing where it just seems like no matter what I do, I cannot get things done as fast as I would like to get them done. And that's just kind of because of the hormone fluctuations that people with periods have through the month. And so knowing that about yourself too can really help if you have some flexibility in projects and things like that you're trying to accomplish. I try to figure out when about I'll have that kind of high energy peak and spike and plan to be really productive during that time. And then, you know, when I know I'm gonna be kind of like, blah, and I'm just not gonna really wanna do anything, if I can plan and get the big things done before that time, then it's okay that I'm kind of being lazy, you know? Find the balance. So anyway, I hope this video helps with your productivity and, you know, you can get things accomplished. Yeah, that's me. I'll see you when I see you, which will be tomorrow, because it's VEDA.